Hello everyone, this is Vijayta, Associate Professor in the Department of ECE from MLR Institute of Technology. In this video, I would like to talk on monostable multivibrator using 555 timer IC from linear and digital integrated circuits. So the topics which I would like to cover here are the operation of monostable and the connection diagram and timing pulse of a monostable, an analysis of monostable circuit diagram, and one example problem on monostable multivibrator and one application for a monostable multivibrator. This is a monostable multivibrator circuit. If you can see, this is looking like a similar to an ideal 555 timer schematic diagram. But the additional two components which are used here are this R and this capacitor C and this resistor R. Only these two components were being added for an IC 555 timer to work this as a monostable multivibrator. Here, let us start from here. If the voltage across the pin 2 is less than 1/3 VCC, that is, I am applying a negative pulse at the triggering point. Let us assume that I am applying a negative pulse at the triggering point. So, the comparator here sets the flip-flop, that is, the voltage across the negative terminal is high comparing with the voltage. See, then let us assume here this circuit is looking like a 555 timer except this resistor and this capacitor. See, let us assume the negative voltage have been applied at the terminal 2. So, as I am applying a negative terminal at the negative voltage at the negative terminal of lower comparator, the voltage across the positive terminal will be more, that is, this is 1/3 VCC will be much greater than the negative voltage. So, the output of the lower comparator will be equals to 1 and RS flip-flop will be set the value, that is, it is providing an output of 1, Q is equals to 1. So, Q bar will be equals to 0. So, as I am giving Q bar is equals to 0, the Q bar is given to a inverter. So, the output of this 555 timer will be 1. But this 0 will makes Q1 to be off state. So, it finds the discharging path through this capacitor. And this capacitor will be charges through the R resistor towards the VCC. When the capacitor reaches the just above 2/3 voltage, when the capacitor voltage just reaches above the 2/3 voltage, the voltage across the positive terminal of an upper comparator will be equals to 1. So, it will move to a reset state and the output of the flip-flop will be 0 here and Q bar will be equals to 1. And it again the power amplifier will be taken 1 as an input and produces an output 0. And this 1 will be given to a Q1, then it will be in on state, then it finds the discharging path through this direct transistor. This is the operation of monostable multivibrator. When negative terminal pulse is applied to a trigger input, the same thing. When negative terminal have been applied to a trigger input, the timing trigger input of a monostable 555 timer oscillator, the internal capacitor detects this input and sets the state of flip-flop from lower to higher. That is, when you are applying a negative terminal, the lower comparator produces an output of 1. So, the output of the lower comparator is connected to RS flip-flop. So, S will be equals to 1. So, the output of the control flip-flop will be equals to 1. It sets the state high when you are applying a negative terminal to a pin 2. This action in terms of the discharging transistor, as the output of Q is 1, Q bar will be equals to 0 and that 0 is given to a transistor Q1. So, the discharging transistor is connected to a pin 7 because as I am giving a 0 to this transistor will be in off state. So, the discharging pin is connected to a pin 7. There removes a short circuit across the external timing capacitor C. This action allows the capacitor to start to charge up through a resistor 1. This is resistor 1. The voltage across the capacitor reaches to a threshold voltage, just above threshold voltage. That is when the voltage across this pin is just above 2/3 VCC, then the upper comparator is going to be set. That is, R is going to be set. So, if R is equals to 1, then S is equals to 0. The control flip-flop will give output of 0. So, Q bar will be equals to again 1. Again, it is going to be working as a on switch and produces a discharging path through this path. The same have been given here in a point wise. See, this is an internal, whatever we have discussed in the previous slide is an internal circuit of an monostable operator. And this monostable operator can be connected by using a 555 timer IC. So, this is a 555 timer IC where first pin is connected to ground, second pin is connected to triggering pulse, and from third pin you can take the output. Fourth pin is for reset and fifth pin is for control voltage, sixth pin is for threshold and seventh pin is for capacitor. And the capacitor and resistor are connected between VCC and ground through a threshold pin and also for the seventh pin. Now, if you can give the control voltage here as a negative voltage, same here, trigger voltage. See, if you can give the input voltage less than negative voltage to a trigger input, the same action is going to be happening here through a 555 timer IC. See, if you can see the timing diagrams, if the triggering pulse is given less than 1/3 VCC, just now we have discussed that the output of the comparator will be equals to 0 and it allows the capacitor to charge till 2/3 VCC. When your triggering input voltage is 1/3 VCC, the voltage across the capacitor is going to be charging till 2/3 VCC, where when it just above 2/3 VCC, the output will be falling from 1 to 0. And if you have a reset pin, if you can have a reset pin over here, the output will be triggered to a plus VSAT. And when your input is just less than 1/3 VCC at the triggering point, your output will be moving from 0 to 1. The points to be remembered here is, when triggering voltage is negative voltage, that is when it is less than 1/3 VCC, your set pin will be equals to 1, which makes the Q1, Q bar 0. That is, your output will be moving from 0 to 1 when it is less than 1/3 VCC. When your capacitor is charging till towards VCC through a resistor R, the capacitor will be reaches to 2/3 VCC. When the voltage across the capacitor is just greater than 2/3 VCC, then R is equals to 1 for a reset flip-flop. So, Q will be equals to 0, Q bar is equals to 1. So, your output is will be moving from 1 to 0 at the output side, because your Q bar has been connected to the inverter. Your Q bar has been connected to the inverter. So, the output will be complement of this Q bar value. So, this is the timing diagram for a monostable multivibrator. Since the external capacitor voltage, see here, the external capacitor voltage is, this is the external capacitor. This external capacitor voltage charges to VCC through a resistor R. The voltage across the capacitor can be determined with the equation VC is equals to VCC into 1 minus e power minus t by RC, where the voltage across the capacitor at time t is initially at time t is equals to 0. We didn't have any voltage across the capacitor, but at time t is equals to tau, VCC is going to be reaching towards the 2/3 VCC, and if the voltage across the capacitor is 2/3 VCC and VCC into 1 minus e power minus t by RC, if you can solve this equation, so like 2/3 VCC is equals to VCC minus VCC into e power minus t by RC. So, if you can take this VCC common, you can write as 2 by 3 minus 1, which is equals to minus VCC e power minus t by RC. So, these two get cancels out, 2 minus 3, that is minus 1 by 3. So, you can write 1 by 3 e power minus t by 1 by 3 is equals to e power minus t by RC. So, you can write this directly as t is equals to minus RC into log 1 by 3. The log 1 by 3 value is approximately 1.1. So, t is given as 1.1 RC. This R and C are the external resistor and capacitor values. Here I have given a simple problem to find out the resistor value by giving a pulse period of 1 millisecond. So here I have given problem like design a monostable multivibrator using a 555 timer for a pulse period of 1 millisecond, that is T is equals to 1 millisecond I have given, and I am asking to design a monostable multivibrator. To design a monostable multivibrator, we required a 555 timer, and for this 555 timer, two external components are required, which are R and C. So, if I want to design a 555 timer for a time period of 1 millisecond, I need to know what are the external resistor and capacitor values. So, this can be determined by using a pulse period equation. Just now we have derived that T is equals to 1.1 RC. So, we know that T as 1 millisecond, that is 1 into 10 to the power of minus 3 is equals to 1.1. R value we don't know, you keep R value as it is, and I am assuming a capacitor value as 0.1 microfarads. If you can substitute the 0.1 microfarads, you can give it as a 1.1 into 10 to the power of minus 7 R. You can get R is equals to 8.2 kilo ohms. So, you can solve. See, by giving either they will ask to find out the time period by giving a R and C values, or by giving a time period they will ask to determine the R and C to design a monostable multivibrators. So, coming to application of monostable multivibrator, one of the application is pulse width modulation, where the modulating signal is given to a pin 5. So, the modulating signal is given to a pin 5. Based on the amplitude of your modulating signal, the width of the pulse is going to be increasing. See here, as the amplitude is going on increasing, the width, see the width of the pulse, if you can see, the width of the pulse here is more comparing to the width of the pulse, because the amplitude of a modulating signal will be high here comparing with this point. And again, coming to this particular point, the amplitude of this particular point will be somewhat less than this. So, the width of the pulse is going to be decreasing. If you can see here, as the amplitude of a modulating signal goes on decreasing, the width of the pulse is going to be decreasing. So, this is one of the application where the monostable multivibrator can be used by giving a input voltage, by giving a modulating input voltage to a pin 5. So, in this video, I explain the operation of monostable multivibrator using a 555 timer and timing diagram analysis, and a problem how to design a monostable multivibrator by giving a time period, and one application which is pulse width modulation by giving a modulating signal to a fifth pin of your IC 555 timer. The 555 timer IC can be working as a pulse width modulation. Thank you.